4:30 in the morning.
Is that too early?
No.
Good answer.
This is what time I usually go to bed around this time.
This is what time you usually wake up and start dreaming about turkeys?
No, this is what time the turkeys wake me up and torture me in my sleep.
I think this is going to be amazing. I also told him how lucky he is that he's going on the most non-conventional dalkey turkey hunt ever, where we're not going to get yelled at and scolded for breathing, moving, making noise, just being alive. It's like going to a hotel. I didn't bring chairs.
I got them.
Good.
So it's first season of turkey hunting here in Wisconsin, which is also youth season. So we're getting out here. If you're a non-resident, it's just about impossible to get a tag for the first season. But as a youth, you can get on in here and take advantage of that early season turkey action. So bunch of gobblers on here. Did my scouting the other day. Put out a cell cam, got blinds set up, all that kind of stuff. But we do have some bad weather rolling in. That's the only problem with today. So hopefully it just blows through quickly and there's not any lightning, because I'm absolutely terrified of lightning. But regardless, we're going to make our way out here right now and get set up. Why are you out of breath?
Because I'm fat and I had to run.
I've never seen you run that fast.
I haven't ran in 5 years. We had to make an emergency pit stop in the woods to see a man about his horse. As soon as we got into the woods, old Longbeard started hammering in there, and he was going off. We literally, as soon as we could, stay low, ran all the way across the field to get in the blind as fast as we could.
He was like, that's the fastest I've ever seen him run.
Did you hear that gobbler?
Yeah.
So it's mid-morning. It has been nasty out here. We had a pretty good squall come through of rain. It's windy, it's cold. We had a gang of jakes that kind of came out at one point into the corn, but we got some gobblers coming.
Fired up.
Right in line with us.
They're right there, see them?
Now I do. I can't hear them.
Shoot the one in the back.
Take your time.
I'll stop them for you.
Stop. Got him! Dad!
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, Lachlan! Good.
I guess staying up till midnight playing COD paid off. Yeah!
Yeah, Wally! Yeah! Look at those excitement shakes.
What'd you think about that, dude? Tell us how it went.
That was something. They started walking across. I think they were gonna go down that path back to the woods back there, and told me to aim for the back one. So I saw the front one, and I didn't see the back one at first, and then I saw it and led the shot just like a tiny bit. Saw those nexticles and just
Eased into the trigger.
I didn't forget to aim.
Oh, clearly. But it's so much different than deer hunting. I mean, it just hits me. And I mean, when that hen came in this morning, my heart was pounding and I was shaking. I'm not even hunting.
When I first heard them like gobble when they were coming up the road, and you guys were like, "Oh, they're coming up the road," I just started shaking.
Look at the size of that turkey.
That's like as big. That's as big as me.
Got him right where you're supposed to. Boom. Look at that wing.
That's like a big bird.
Check out his spurs.
A lot more exciting than deer hunting. I'll say that. Deer hunting's still fun, but it's not the same. And I guess you can't really compare boots to sneakers. So they're both great in their own way. But today it was turkey hunt. That's so heavy. Aren't you proud of your son, Father?
Proudest dad moment.
The setup on this hunt was like a lot of ground blind hunting situations, and it was really big time into the preparation and the scouting leading up to this. Now, Wisconsin's youth season starts pretty early in the season. It's early April, and a lot of these birds are still just kind of breaking out of their winter flocks. So a lot of them are still really on their winter patterns, and so figuring out where these birds wanted to be was relatively easy. I only had to spend one afternoon out here. I put out a cell cam. That also helped my mission. I actually had 2 ground blinds set up for this hunt, just to have a couple of different options to go to, and that's always a good thing as well, because you never know. You might get out there the morning of the hunt, hear some gobbling like we did today, and then go to a certain blind versus just having one out where you put all your chips in one basket. But I put this blind out about a week and a half ago, and I know turkeys typically get used to blinds very fast, but when I can, I also like to put my blinds out earlier just so they have some time to get used to them. There are a lot of round bales out on this farm out in the field, so they're used to a bunch of stuff out in the field. But ground blinds do have a little bit of movement to them when they're blowing in the wind and stuff, so just better to be cautious with that. I mean, you can deploy a ground blind and turkeys will walk right up to it. I'm not saying they won't. They will a lot of the time, in fact, most of the time. But if you have a prior chance to set up your blind, go ahead and do it. And the other thing about setting up your blind in advance is you're not having to come out here the morning of the hunt and get everything all set up and be stressed and making a bunch of noise. And also you can make sure that everything is legit with your stakes, and you can have it staked down properly, and if you need to add any reinforcement, you have time to do that. So other than that, this hunt was really just all about patience, sitting in this blind, knowing that there are birds around, and with this weather this morning, knowing that we wanted to wait for a break in the weather for the birds to fire back up again, and that's exactly what they did. The weather broke, I was able to get some calling through the air. I switched to an aluminum pot call so it would carry a little bit further than my mouth call. The birds started gobbling, they gobbled closer, and we knew it was on.